How's it going? I just got back from the Amiga Writers Conference in Adelaide, South Australia, and it was awesome. Now, what's one of the many good things about a writers' conference? The bookshop. And I kind of brought some books home with me. So this is my writing conference book haul. Alright, so I've got 4 books here to show you. There were a lot of books in that bookshop I could have brought home with me, but I was on a budget, so I had to do a lot of thinking. In the end, I focused on books that I couldn't easily come by later on, such as on my Kindle, which is where I do most of my reading. So, first off, we've got Playing God by my mate Morton Benning. Now, I've been chatting with the author of this book online for a while, but I got to meet him in person this weekend and even sit in on a class that he taught, and it was awesome. So I'd probably class this one as a lit RPG story. So Kensley Turnshoe is a young apprentice cleric living in Utopia, a medieval-like fantasy world of magic and monsters. But unknown to Kensley and other inhabitants of Utopia, the world is also the virtually rendered plaything of the very wealthy and self-absorbed young man, Jeff, aka the Great God Avatar. When Jeff's answering machine, the Deus interface, decides that it is the Great God Avatar, it identifies Jeff as a threat and sends him into his own virtual world. So we've got contemporary, modern-day character, plunged into a video game of his own creation, and now living in a fantasy world of magic and monsters. Sounds like a lot of fun. So next up, there's these 2 books. So these are the Emissary of the Oppressed series by Ian Miller. So the first one is Arboretum, and the second is Serpent Bearer. So when I first came across these books, the premise was described as an atheist professor finds himself on an alien planet surrounded by sinless god worshippers. So, Timothy Martin is a respected lecturer in astronomy who has spent most of his life trying to put behind him the trauma of a childhood dominated by visions. But the visions have returned, even more real than ever. Not only does he see other places, but he is now able to step into them. When he becomes fixated on the star Delta Crucis in the Southern Cross constellation, he sees a vision of a world orbiting it and impulsively takes a step, 245 light years into space. He did not expect to survive, nor did he expect to land in the midst of an alien city, and he certainly did not expect to threaten the well-being of another world, one that he finds disturbingly at peace. At stake is not only his own destiny, but that of an entire world. And this series has been likened to C.S. Lewis's space trilogy. And then this is the second book here. This is about his experiences after he's met these aliens. And it says that this is going to be a trilogy, so there will be one more book coming in this series. So yeah, looking forward to reading these. Some good Aussie sci-fi. We need more of that. Alright, now that was going to be it. But then at lunchtime, on the last day, someone came and sat at my table with a big pile of books. And one of them was this one, Love, Tears and Autism by Cecily Paterson. So this is an Australian mother's journey from heartbreak to hope. And it's about raising an autistic son. I also have an autistic son. So when I saw this, I thought, yeah, I really should read that. But I didn't have time to rush back to the bookshop because I had to get to the airport and catch my flight. Anyway, I'm there at the airport and I'm waiting in line to go through security. In Adelaide Airport, they've got this big winding queue that you've got to go through. So I turn around and there standing right behind me is Cecily Paterson. So I said, oh, I noticed you had that book about autism. I should read that sometime. And she had a copy with her in her carry-on baggage. And so right there, standing in line, we very quickly organised a book sale. And I think there's a good marketing message in that. If someone ever shows interest in a book you've written, it's great to be able to be prepared to hand them something. Now, if it's not the book, then at least a flyer or even a business card where they can go get more information. But it's very exciting when someone wants to read something you've created. So, be prepared to take action straight away. That's a great idea. Anyway, I would class this as a narrative non-fiction book, which I think is the best kind of non-fiction. It's the kind that reads like a novel. I mean, this is not a textbook. This is a story. And that's what I like about this. There are lots of places you can go for information about autism, but this is a story of a family's journey. And, they're Australian and they're Christian, so there's a lot that I can identify with there. Plus, it's great to read books by people you know. I mean, we've been saying hello to each other all weekend. So if you love someone with autism, or you just want a story about a family going through a journey and finding hope, then this could be the book for you. So, those are the books that I got at the Amiga Writers Conference in Adelaide, South Australia. It was a great time and I learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to reading all of these books. I'll catch you next time.